Hello guys, I am Praxzy and this is going to be my noob tutorial for people who are just about to start playing Warframe or people who are very new. It's going to cover the basics and some tips that are very important to know if you want to have a successful start. And I'm going to start off by telling you that if you haven't started already, please get a referral link from a player. The referral link, if you use it, you're going to get twice the amount of experience for an entire week, and they are going to get 10% of your first platinum in-game purchase. Platinum is the in-game money that costs actual money. It's of course not mandatory and you don't have to buy the platinum, but if you decide to do, it will reward the person that gave you the referral link, so it's win for him/her and also for you. Early into the game, you will get to decide 1 out of 3 Warframes to start off. They are Excalibur, Vault and Mag. The one we have in front of me here, that is Excalibur. And I'm going to show you the 3 different Warframes, what they're useful for and which one that you should choose. I'm going to start by showing Excalibur. Let me go to abilities. The first one is slash dash. Dash between enemies while slashing with the exalted blade. He just, in a cone in front of him, slashes the enemies and jump between them. It's a funny, neat ability. And I guess people who are new to the game will find this one exciting. And then we have Radial Blind. Emits a bright flash of light, blinding all enemies in a small radius for several seconds. He just pops up with his weapon in the air, light explosion, and everyone gets blinded. It's a stun. It's also very useful. Third ability, Radial Javelin. Launches javelins towards enemies, dealing high damage and impaling them to walls. It's just everything that is in line of sight is gonna get a javelin thrown at them with quite a lot of damage. Yeah, just pure damage. Also, these abilities are very basic, so for a new player, this, I would say, is a very good choice. And then the ultimate. Summons a sword of pure light and immense power. Immense power is important because it's OP as fuck. They won't admit it, but it is, and it's too strong. Yes, if you want to hit one button, go around and go nuts, this is the frame for you, and the strongest of all the 3 frames, if you ask me. And here we come to the second frame, Vault. Yeah, the colors I have here, I can tell you right now, they aren't supposed to be like this. I've colored him myself. I've given him the weirdest stance of them all. He just looks, well, you can make him beautiful, I promise. This is a bad example, but let's go into the abilities. So we have first of all the shock. Launches a shocking projectile. It stuns and deals high damage to a single target and changes damage to nearby enemies. Just like a snowball, yeah, shock someone, and then things around it is gonna get some some damage. That's about it. And speed, this one is fun. This one is really fun. Vault energizes his body and nearby Warframes, giving them increased speed and dexterity for a short time. They're gonna be super fast and things are gonna be just crazy. And your attack speed with melee weapons, nuts. Yeah, this is one of the most fun abilities of Vault. The first one is never actually used, just so you know, so don't even try. You can, but it's not going to be that amazing. Now to the third ability, the main thing about Vault. Electric Shield. Vault deploys an obstacle of energy, providing cover in any situation. He's just a big shield that is impenetrable. They can't shoot through it, no matter how much they try. Just place it there, stand behind and shoot. You can shoot through them and you gain damage from it, but the enemies, they cannot. So that one is very, if you put it in a good place, it can be very good and strategic. And then the ultimate, Overload. Volt emits an energy field, destroying lights and other electronics, which will violently explode and damage enemies. It just, in an area around him, like, it goes a lightning thingy, and if it hits electronics, they will explode and it will be some damage. If you mod it correctly, that's the thing for the future, which you will understand later in the game. It can be useful, but I will just stick to the second and the third ability in the beginning. And this frame is, I would say, the second best of the three, and it's more of a supportive role than Excalibur, that is more like Xing Chong, damage, dead. So yeah, go for this one if you want to help your teammates, but still being able to have some solo missions, because this shield is perfect for solo missions. Place it and just go nuts. And now to the last frame, the one I think is the worst choice of all three. That's Mag, the black sheep of them all. And then Bear. Of course, once again, I've made this one very ugly. That's one of my things. I make my frames ugly. And I'm gonna show you why I do not like this as a starter frame. Let's go to the abilities, and I'm gonna be very quick. Pull, very basic ability. Magnetic force pulls enemies towards you, stunning them and bringing them into melee range. You're using the force to pull the enemies towards you. It's just a CC. The damage isn't that great, but the CC is pretty awesome. That's the most used ability, together with the second one, I would say. So it's a good one, for sure. And then we go to the second ability, the Shield Polarize. Restore or depletes and explodes the shields of surrounding targets, depending if they are friend or foe. If you have friends, they're going to gain shield. If they are enemies, they're going to lose shield and explode some damage to nearby enemies. This is only good if you are facing enemies with shields. Those are named Corpus. You don't face Corpus in the very beginning of the game, which will make this ability useless, unless you progress the game a bit. And that's why I really don't like this as a starter frame. It's sure, you can help your teammates with some shield, but who would want to do that? And now let's go to the third ability. Bullet Attractor magnetizes a target, causing passing bullets to seek the target. Field detonates if target dies. Useless piece of shit ability. If you want the target dead, shoot him. Whatever. But this one, you waste an entire ability that costs much energy on one target. It's utter crap. Don't use it. The fourth, Crush. Magnetize the bones of nearby enemies, causing them to collapse upon themselves. It's quite easy. In an area around yourself, it's a CC and damage ability. You bring them up and you damage them and you knock them to the ground. So it's both damage, CC in a circle around you. It is quite useful. Not bad. But it's definitely not the greatest. In early game, I don't really see the huge uses of that. So yes, this frame is not useless, but as an early frame, I would say no, please, don't do it. So I would rather go with you picking Volt or Excalibur. First I would say Excalibur, second Volt, this one. And now we're gonna talk about something very important that so many people do wrong, me included. It's what are you gonna spend the 50 platinum you start with. Platinum is the in-game currency that actually costs money. You can of course obtain this by just trading, so you don't actually have to pay a single dime to get as much platinum as you want, as long as you farm for it. But you will start with 50 platinum, and very often these are used wrongly, very wrongly, and you will regret that bitterly. So I just want to make sure you buy the right things. So you start with 50. What would I recommend you to buy? What I would recommend first of all is actually weapon slots and Warframe slots. Warframes are the classes, the people with the abilities, the character in itself. You don't have many slots in the beginning, so maybe you can just actually save the platinum until you have so many frames that there is no spots left. Now I have 2 open slots, but what if these are filled and I get a 3rd frame and I can't, get it? I would have to buy a slot. Same goes for weapons, but when you buy slots here, you actually get 2 weapon slots. So every purchase of weapon slots is 2 slots. Every Warframe slot is 1 slot. That's good to know. I would recommend spending the platinum on buying weapon and Warframe slots. Some people would argue that you can also buy potatoes, and those you can find in the market on equipment. And then you go to components, and we have Orokin Reactor and Orokin Catalyst. Now we're gonna get into how they work in another video, but those are also something you might buy with the starting platinum, as well as a Kubro egg. 1 Kubro egg, nothing more. So those are the options I would like you to use. So as you're new to Warframe, you might ask yourself, what should I do? And the most basic tip I can give you is explore the game. And the game is the star chart over here. That is the missions you have. You're gonna start on Earth with the most easiest mission. You can see the levels. It's 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. The further down you go, the higher level the missions will be. That's very, very good to know. And the thing is, when you clear a mission, you're gonna unlock the missions next to it. For example, if I was to clear, let's go over here, Mariana, I would unlock this one, and this one. So just, you know, clear the missions and unlock everything until you have the entire planet discovered. And then you can go and do... now this is an exception, the first planet does not have it. But if we go to... I don't really remember which one was the second planet, if it was Mars. It might be. All planets has an assassination mission. You need to do the assassination mission to progress to the next planet. So if you start here, you might wanna, you know, this works good. Yeah, you might wanna clear the missions to go towards the assassination and then do it just to progress through the planets. And of course, it's gonna get harder and harder throughout the different planets. And you can easily see if a mission is completed or not by a white glow. Now, I've already completed everything, so you can't see it. But if you look at this one, you can see around the thingy here, there is a little white glow. If you haven't completed the mission, then it's gonna look blue like this, but it's gonna have this nice white glow around it. That's when you know, oh, I haven't completed the mission. Then go there and make sure you complete it. Make sure that every mission in the entire game has gotten rid of that white lighting. That's the greatest way to get to know the different game modes, planets, and just the basics of the game. And now we're going to go through the different matchmaking modes. And you can find them, of course, over here to the right. It is public, friends only, invite only, and solo. Public is public. When you enter a mission, you will be matched with other people wanting to do that mission. That's what you pick if you want to play with other people. And then we have friends only. It's, you know, if you want to make sure you can invite people on your friend list, and people who are on your friend list can also join the party themselves. And if you don't want people to be able to join by themselves, you can pick invite only, so you are the only person that can invite people to the mission / your party. Last one is solo. No one can join, you can't invite shit, you can just go to the missions completely alone. Which is pretty, you know, neat if you want to play solo. And now we venture into the last part of this noob guide, and it's a gift from Praxzy to you, and it's going to help you find a party when there is no party to be found. And I'm going to explain to you why that even is a problem. Let's go to the options and gameplay. You will see there are different regions. The issue is that if you choose Asia as a region, you're going to be matched with people who pick Asia as a region and no one else. So even if it's hundreds of people from other regions who want to do that mission you want to do, if there's no one from Asia queuing for that mission, you won't find a party. So what you should do is that if there is no one available for the mission you want to do, swap region to something else. Go to Europe, try it out. Doesn't work? Then you know what? You can go to NA, and maybe there is a person there that want to do the mission you want to do, and you can help each other out. It's a very neat way to progress throughout the game and different missions, because without the help of your teammates, things are gonna become really, really hard. And thank you all for watching this noob guide from a Praxzy to his, well, family, viewers and the internets. If you support me and like what I do, don't forget to follow me on my Twitch, because I am mainly a streamer and YouTubing is my secondary occupation, so twitch.tv/Praxzy, and I will see you there. Take care.